Whoa, we're live. We're here. It's reverse polarity. I had to get Dean right as he was taking his drink. It's me, your boy, HifiVega, and I'm joined tonight by the man who never sleeps, the guy who's wearing a fake Thundercats t-shirt, the guy who once said the Dayton DSP 408 is crap. It's my guy.
I've said it more than once.
It's my guy, Dean. What's up?
What's up with you, man, Mister? I get around. You're like a Beach Boys song. I get around. I get around. Yeah. Although I will say, I caught most of the Kicker show the other night. That was a really good show. So there was just the right amount of crazy going around that table to have it make sense. So that was a really good show. I don't know.
And that's why I was like, Kip, quit saying I'm so much SQ, dude.
Yeah.
You're embarrassing me, bro.
Yeah, because it's like, Jesus, I would like you to meet someone that's into religion. It's like, No. Okay, you ever been to a football game? Well, you're on the field, and you know where the light poles are? Yeah. I'm back there holding up the light pole.
Exactly, yeah.
I'm just trying to get the shade from the light pole. That was me on the soccer fields.
These guys are the real deal. I'm over here to cut jokes. You know why I'm here.
Yeah. Jeff goes, hey, could you explain to me why HifiVega was on the show with? Yeah. And he starts naming these guys. I said, well, because he's the everyday guy. Like these guys are like, and then he's the average everyday guy that's into car audio. So you need someone that can relate to everyone there. Otherwise, these guys are so far in the clouds. You need somebody that can ground the conversation.
Yeah, and they know I say stupid shit, so
and that helps too.
A bonus.
And you also kept. I personally thought you kept the show going because it was like, Kip needs someone to talk to other than himself, and you did a really good job at that. So I enjoyed it. I thought it was great.
I think we play the same role on these shows a lot of times, and
it's not a bad thing.
There's a very big difference. Like you actually have all the knowledge and experience, and but I still say the same smart ass comments. So it all evens out.
Which works. I mean, let's be honest, it totally worked because I thought everything you said was right on point. So I was like, he's either just like faking it really well, or he's like, yeah, man, no, this is that's exactly what I was thinking.
Yeah, that's how you got to do it, man.
Yeah, I was like, and part of me sitting there going, okay, I just envision myself on there, and this is what I'd be saying. So,
well, see, that's what it is, man. I am your live stream Padawan.
Yeah,
I've been taking the guidance. I know that okay, we're going with the Dean plan, and it's gonna work out.
And if it doesn't, just say motherfucker a whole bunch of times and shit and cuss and then everyone just make everyone laugh, and then it'll be like, it's that guy. Yeah, that was good.
He's so crazy.
Yeah, or he's a total dick. Whatever.
Pick one or the other.
Pick one or the other. There's no middle ground whatsoever. The show about car stereo.
Yeah.
So, all right. So, what have you been watching this week?
I have been watching Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
Oh, I'm so behind. You're probably ahead of me on that one. Because
you only watched the first one?
I watched the first two, maybe three. I left off when they were fighting in the street, and that was about it. So I don't know what episode that was. When they just went and met the black version of Captain America. And then they were out in the street and they were fighting over whether or not Cap knew about it. And then the cops came and that was the most hilarious scene ever because I was just like,
oh yeah. And then he ends up getting arrested.
That
was the second episode.
Yeah, and that's the last one I've seen because I watched Doom Patrol season 2.
Oh, I still hadn't watched it.
What, Doom Patrol?
Yeah.
What do you think?
I haven't watched it yet.
Oh, you haven't watched it? I thought you said you had. No, dude. No. So The Boys, all the vulgar, crazy nonsense of The Boys, minus the good guys versus the bad guys. The good guys are just the middle ground. It's all just middle ground. I mean, the Brandon Fraser character literally just says the F word over and over and over and over and over and over and over again because he's like poor white trash race car driver. All right, let's see the poll.
No. Go ahead.
Oh, no.
I was just getting it loaded up.
Oh, okay.
So have you heard of Invincible? It's a cartoon.
Oh, I'm intrigued.
But it's the guy that wrote The Walking Dead. He has it's another like a boys superhero situation, but it's animated.
I like it.
What's it on? Talk to my wife.
Prime. It's on Prime. It's called Invincible.
It's on Prime.
All right, I'll probably forget it, but look at El Fuego coming in right from the get-go. All right, so let's the cuss jar. No doubt, right? I'd be broke. That's why they go on these great vacations just from the cuss jar. Let's talk about Peeps for just a second.
Oh, dude, yes.
So
those
somebody
all
asked me,
sounded terrible.
They were all terrible.
Yeah.
Fernando's, I gave them all to Fernando, and he took them home to his son, and they liked cotton candy and watermelon. And watermelon was death, only followed by the absolute death, which was fruit punch. Fruit punch just...
I've seen it in your face.
Oh, my God. It was the most disgusting thing ever. And then someone asked in the comments, they go, where'd you get these? I was like, didn't we open the show with I ordered these on Amazon?
Yeah. They don't listen to you that the time.
No, I know. I mean, nobody does.
So I'm surprised that the root beer ones seemed okay. I don't like Peeps at all, you know.
Oh,
so
I didn't realize I hated them that much myself, but I really do now. Yeah. The root beer. So like I said in there, the root beer tastes like that hard candy version of root beer that you can get. You know, you used to be able to get obviously the Dum Dums that Haley pointed out to me, as she called me a Dum Dum. But they also make like the barrel root beer ones that you could get at like the weird candy stores that you'd suck on. It tasted like that. So I mean, it wasn't like I mean, when you're eating a shit sandwich, maybe the shit towards the outside ain't so bad. You know?
I'll tell you what I like. First of all, I like that you got Northern shamed.
Yes. Oh, yeah, right?
Episode from Haley. And then her reference for Fireball was the alcohol. Like that's her.
So there's a couple good stories around the Fireball thing, which more just that she would know because she doesn't drink. And but it was funny because there's a couple stories that we've, experiences in places we've been around where Fireball was there, and so there was good stories for it. So she's aware of Fireball in the sense of the stupidity that's involved. Usually, any alcohol you can buy in a plastic bottle to go because you need it now and quick. It's like Fireball should be right next to the shot size of Pepto-Bismol.
Exactly. Yes. You're getting heartburn for sure.
Oh yeah. In did I ever tell you about when we were coming back from California this past trip or last year?
No.
So we stopped and ate in the
Cardio Fab. Now I agree with this. Peeps suck. Cadbury cream eggs,
dude,
very good.
Okay, so I bought a box of them for Haley's Easter basket. She got one, I got 3. So and they're in my bathroom. So in the morning before I go to work, I grab one out and I drop it in my lunch bag. And I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about. I haven't seen them. Well, what's up, Mark? So anyways, we were in we got to the airport and we ate, and I had like a turkey sandwich, just real basic stuff because I knew we had to fly back from California to Florida. It was gonna be a long flight. We flew to Idaho, or I don't know. We flew up to go down because that's where the red eye was flying out of. And we got to the airport, and oh my God, my stomach was like, I was like, and it's like 11 o'clock at night. Everything in the airport is closing. So we're like running because our plane is already getting ready to board. Like we were literally getting there, boarding zone 1. All people that are special can now get on the plane. That's right. All of you that paid really an extra amount of money to get on the plane or use our credit card. Right. And I'm just like dying. So we run into this place and the guy's like, well, how can I help you? And I was like, Imodium? I do not know what Pepto-Bismol. Oh, yes, I have Pepto-Bismol right here. Here you go. And I was like, drank the whole bottle, threw it in the trash can, paid the guy, ran out of there. I said, hold the plane. Ran into the bathroom. Literally, like, I get out of the bathroom, they're like, last call, and Fernando's just standing there like, all right, what do I do? I'll see you Monday. I mean, I don't know what to tell you. Bye.
Stop. I could totally see Nano like, stop the plane. Stop the plane.
Dude, it was the worst. You know, and it was one of those things where it's like, I just need to get this out of me now.
Yeah.
Clean up and get on the plane, and then I can take care of whatever comes afterwards when I'm on the plane. 1 for me, 3 for you. Exactly.
Yeah. That's how you do it. Especially with that's how any dad knows that this is how you do your kids.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So like I bought these for you. One of them.
Well, yeah. So here's what got me is Friday, I went and got my first round of Pfizer, and they have them in the CVSs, which are drugstores. And you have to hang out for 15 minutes after the shot.
Yeah, that's how.
So I was like, I still got to get my Easter candy. Crap. So $45 later, I got a whole bunch of Easter candy. You know. So, but this year Haley wanted to flip it. She hid all the eggs, and I had to go find them. And then in my Easter basket, she gave me a Clone Wars T-shirt and some banana Laffy Taffy.
Oh man, I'm saving up a tube of Laffy Taffy, but actually I'm fixing to quit eating Laffy Taffy altogether. So,
are you getting bound up? I mean, Jesus.
No.
You have a big ball of clay inside of you.
Yeah.
We can't quite figure out what it's from.
I try to keep it to 1 bag a week, but I'm going to go to 0 if I can.
I wonder, if Mark's still on here, I wonder if we should. It'd be cool to get Mark on the show.
Oh yeah, that'd be
just
fun.
Kind of like talk about what we talk about normally. That'd be fun. Mark, if you're interested and you're still watching, man.
Well, if he comes on, he's going to want to talk about car audio, and then
no, we don't talk about. I'm sure the guy watches TV. I mean, he's got a baby. I know.
I don't know if you know. YouTube commenters, this is our life, Dean. We're only allowed to think and dream and speak about car audio.
Well, I pretty much do, anyways.
Yeah,
so.
I know. But
I don't have.
Before, if you guys watched 12E Talk last night, you know the situation with these. So I do have to shout out my wife.
Dude, she did a bang up job too. Like she stuck. Wow.
Separated every single piece. So instead of spending $5 more for another one of these, I took her out and spent, $35 on dinner before the show.
Yeah, that was a bad idea. Oh gosh, that's awesome, man. That was nice of her. All right, what's the poll?
All right, let's get the poll. First, let me shout out Rick Quattlebaum. The karate community has donated $695 to the Team Kylie Strong fund so far.
That's awesome.
Yep, we've been doing the little sales, and it's been good with the stickers. So
very nice.
If anyone wants one while I'm talking about it,
yes,
PayPal.me/HifiVega. Leave your shipping address in the comments. $5. I'll send you a sticker. Now, on to the poll.
The poll.
This is a Sophie's choice here.
Ooh.
You can only choose one. The rest are gone forever. Asian food.
You love just killing people with that.
I do, man. And I could have made it worse. Asian food, Italian food, Mexican food, Southern food, and steak.
All right, well, I don't care about steak.
Yeah, I knew. See, that one was for everybody else.
Yeah, I know. Southern food, is that like grits and fried chicken and all that stuff?
And I might even throw barbecue under Southern food.
Well, I mean, if barbecue's thrown under Southern food, I mean, clearly Southern food would be the winner because, I mean, you can just do so much with that. But, I mean, I feel like Mexican food is all the same thing, just repurposed. Tortilla, lettuce, tortilla, meat, cheese, tomato, sour cream, And trust me, we've spent enough time talking about Mexican food at work. So and what is comprised of an actual taco and aka street taco, it's cilantro and this, and it's like I don't care anymore. I'm like, just order me something. Whatever, man. Just not beef. Italian food would be rough, because I'm admittedly a big pizza fan. So to lose pizza would really hurt. But I just feel you could do so much with Southern food.
I lean, it's in between Asian food and Southern food for me.
Yeah. Yeah, because you're right. I mean, but I don't know. I feel like after about 6 months, I think you'd want to kill yourself with Asian food.
Yeah, well, plus you're hungry every 2 hours after.
Yeah, yeah.
So.
I mean, I don't eat the rice when I do Asian food. Very rarely. Every now and then, it's like I'll tease myself with some fried rice. But other than that, it's like, yeah, it's just vegetables and meat. It's like a salad hot with crap on top of it.
But it tastes so good.
There's no question about it. There's no question about it.
Yeah.
No, for sure. Ooh, that's a tough one. All right, so what do we got in the comments?
He says Deviant, he can't let go of the burritos, tacos, jalapenos, or Diablo sauce.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, let me tell you what, we have this burrito place that makes like the ultimate white guy burrito.
Yeah.
I feel any burrito you put French fries in, it's like you're not even trying at that point. You know, it's just like
I do that here, man.
They should call it the Caucasian.
Yeah. The fat guy, you know.
Oh yeah. Oh,
he said, Jesse said, this is like asking which one of your kids you want to keep. Come on, man. He said, I choose Asian, but I'm not even sure. This question bums me out.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Greek food. Yeah.
I almost put Greek food up there, but it's not it, you know, it's not.
You have to really know your food to be, it's like, I mean, it's like everyone knows what a gyro is, but past that, it's like stuffed grape leaves maybe, and then the spinach pie thing that they do, but it's like then you have the macaroni noodle thing, and it's like
the steakhouse, or not, it's a Brazilian steakhouse.
Yeah. Meat on a stick.
Oh man,
would you like some more meat? Would you like to touch my meat? I like your meat on a stick. Yeah.
We did that off there for me.
We did that with Bennett and Indy. We had Bennett. It was me, Fernando, Jeff Smith, Aaron used to be from Jeff, or was with Jeff, isn't with them anymore. Chris Bennett and Brian Mitchell from ARC. We all went to a Brazilian steakhouse and Indy, and I was just standing there waiting for the chicken skewers.
Yeah, that's what I was like, what'd you eat?
Chicken. They kept chicken. Just drop it on the plate, man. Drop it on the plate.
Just chicken. They have the textured looking chicken on those too. I've never actually been to one.
It's weird. I'm not gonna lie, because like they have the sides bar in the center, and it was like it all looked good, but it all tasted terrible. I was like,
yeah, that's.
Is this Play-Doh? Looks real cool. Tastes like shit.
Have you ever been to Branson?
Nah, Missouri? No, not yet.
Yeah. There's a place called Landry's there, or Lambert's.
Yeah.
And
we have a Landry's.
They have these big giant rolls, and they pay college and high school pitchers, and they just chuck them. So you either hold up your basket or hold your hand, and they throw it to you.
Yeah.
Well, you order your main meal, and then they have these pass arounds. So they'll bring like fried potatoes, fried okra, and they just keep coming around in circles and circles, dropping off sides like crazy.
Disney has a restaurant like that in the Lodge hotel. It's a fried chicken dinner.
Yeah.
So they just have guys walking around with, it's a whole silly thing. Like there's not enough ketchup to go around, so you have to like stand up and yell, "Hey, could you please pass the ketchup?" And everyone has to bring the ketchup to your table, and it's like, oh, for the love of God! Like, needless to say, I didn't ask for ketchup.
That's like going to what's that? The Dick's Last Resort, where they're jerks to you.
Oh, we did that in Indy too. Oh yeah,
my wife's like trying to. I was like, no, you guys can go. I'm not going to go.
No, it sucked. Yeah, Jeff was with us again there, but I can't remember who else was with us. And oh yeah, that was horrible, man. I was just like, I just want some goddamn food. I'm starving. This is the only meal we've eaten today. Could you just end the goddamn shenanigans and bring them a freaking meal?
If I want to be treated like this, I'll go to McDonald's.
Yeah, and then there was some other car steer guys over there, and of course they're all just coming over, and you're just like, I just want my goddamn food.
We have the same old man status. Like, yo, just bring me my food and leave me alone.
Yeah,
I don't want to talk to you.
No,
we're not buddies. We're not friends. I'm never gonna see you ever again.
When it comes to tamales, sweet is a definite no, but red or green, perfect. The sweet was like,
no, sweet tamales are not good.
No.
And my wife brought me some home that were like Dominican tamales. wrapped in banana leaves.
Okay.
No, those weren't good either.
Yeah. All right. Well, this has been Food Talk with Dean and HifiVega. Back to our regularly scheduled car stereo show.
So,
all right,
Dean,
we got a topic. Yes, sir. Go.
We have a topic. Why don't we just start off with, why are you such a dick to the people about the Dayton DSP 408? We've seen it in the Facebook.
Yeah, he really took that personally. I mean, I mean, the thing is, I figured by this point now, everybody knew how I felt about the Dayton DSP. I mean, we have a review on it. We gave it away. That was like 3 or 4 years ago we did this. And we told everyone how we felt about it and the problems that it had and all the things that it did. And he took it personal. And I kind of was like, all right, well, first off, I understand when I say something, people might take it the wrong way. And I'm a firm advocate. If you're not on my team, you suck. And I've said that time and time again. And I totally understand when you have a product and someone says something bad about it, then you take it personal, and you shouldn't. But I understand why we do. We're just human. That's normal. And it made me think about, yes, I don't like the product because, as you said, I've been doing this for 30 years, going on 31 years professionally. That's not to say all the time I spent doing it as a hobby. So I've had some experience with other products that are much better. And, so my experience comes from there. However, it made me think, okay, where did I start this journey? Where did all of this come from to get me to where I am now? And he's there. He's at the beginning of his journey. And, unlike when we started our trip, because we're old, I'm older than you, there was no internet. There was magazines, and there was magazines, and that was it. And there was friends, and there was car stereo shops. And, so we were really limited as far as what exposure we could get our hands on. And some people did a better job of that than others, and there was some clubs that you could join. But it was all just, it was a smaller world. And that, somebody now, when you ask a question now, or you make something now, you're not just talking to, 3 people in your group, you're talking to thousands of people. And then when it translates out into like a Facebook group or a YouTube show or anything, it gets way blown out of proportion. And the funny thing was, as I had said on Instagram the day after Friday, I was like, I'm done talking about the DSP and whether I like it or not. And this was before he made his comment on Facebook, because Dayton as a product brand is a great brand. They make some amazing products that I love and I enjoy. And it's like, these are cool as hell. Like, I've used some of their speakers. It's a good brand. And I don't want anyone to think that the brand isn't good just because they have one DSP that I don't necessarily like. Other people like it, and that's fine. And I don't have to drink Coke, and I don't have to drink Pepsi. And it's okay that I don't if you do, Yeah. It's just like I choose not to eat red meat. You think I'm nuts for it. It's okay. It's just part of how life goes on.
Well, plus, people, like, we have a lot of hot takes.
Yes.
That's basically, this whole show is hot takes. We talk about hot takes on movies and food for the first 20 minutes of the show.
That was some anger.
When you're half Mexican, man, the hands, they just go. That's the only way you can speak.
You're the only one that says that like a badge of honor. When you're half Mexican.
I can't. This is just so I can explain what's going on.
Yeah, I know.
But we have we have the hot takes, and hey, and if we don't like something, we're not afraid to tell you we don't like it.
No, and
that doesn't mean that you shouldn't like it. It's just like, hey, that's just our opinion.
Right. And I feel that if there's a brand or a product or something that you like, and it's okay. There's nothing wrong with you liking something. There's nothing wrong with the experience you're going to have. One of the reasons why I'm not a fan of the DSP is, for one, all the problems that I see that it has and that I don't like. But the main thing is, like, if it's your first DSP and you have a bad experience, I don't want you to be like, all DSPs suck because this one sucked. And it's like, no, this is not the thing at which you should judge this by. Okay. This is as entry level as it comes next to, let's say, maybe the Pioneer, which is just, it's a radio minus the radio DSP. So, you know, I don't even think we reviewed it because it was, we may have, I don't know, but I was like, this is dumb. This is literally just the radio in a box that doesn't work really well. But there again, if you haven't, you like it, there are places for that DSP that it would shine in. And if you have one of those, then just like when we were talking about like that Alpine 8-inch with the 4-channel DSP, which I just saw that Mercury makes one of those as well. Very odd. If you have a need for something like that, that is the piece that will fit into that. But outside of that, you might have people, which I know there was comments of people just saying, oh, it's junk. And it's like, there's a place for everything. And yes, if you want to call it junk, that's fine. That's your take on it. It might not fit into your life. The Dayton DSP, this doesn't fit into my life at all. Why do I have one is because we're going to give it away. I bought one this weekend after reading that, which led us to the top conversation that we were going to have today about where this all started. So, you know, we were all in high school and we all had that first system. Some of you are just getting out of high school, or some of you are building your first system and you're watching this show for, you know, it's like you're hoping to learn something. Wrong show. But this is more an entertaining show.
Yeah, we've covered this once or twice before.
Yeah, but if you're new to the show, this wasn't necessarily a learning show. I mean, I do plenty of shows throughout the week that you can learn a whole bunch from, as well as HifiVega does a ton of shows that you can learn from. This ain't it. This is more of the, all right, it's Thursday, let's relax and just take a break from learning and kind of, this is the recess show. But so I thought if you want. I was
going to say, if you want to learn the Monday show, the new format, dude, you guys are killing. I love the new format.
You do.
I love. You guys have like how many has it been? Like 4 weeks so far? 6 weeks? Maybe?
4 or 5, something like that.
Yeah, like you've been dropping a banger topic every single week to cover, and I was like, dude. I mean, they're basic stuff, but it's stuff that people often don't even think about, man.
No, and that was the idea behind it was, and we kind of, for those of you who don't know, on our Monday show, we now do 2 segments. One is cool things, and the other one that Fernando just named is called fundamentals, and it's fundamentals. And the idea is we take a basic thing, like we took biamp, and we explained what biamp is and why you should know it. And this week is remote turn on. So we're going to explain what you should know about remote turn on. And it's funny, you think remote turn on would be a really simple topic to talk about, but it's not. There is a lot about remote turn on now. And I'm like, damn it, I'm already 5 slides into this, man. I really just, it's like, come on, just, we're going to have
to go back to answering random questions.
Yeah, it was way easier. But there again, we wanted to bring something to it other than what 6.5 should I get for my car, or what 6 by, the same 20 questions we always get. We wanted to push the conversation forward. You know, Saturday's show, which is on YouTube, is definitely the show of just like, question. You know, we answer as many questions as we humanly can, and it's a lot of fun because YouTube is just, there's tons of people. It's just it's what it is. But yeah, so learning there, fun here. Yeah. So what was, now you don't have to go back to your first system, but when I'm assuming high school. Was it high school or after high school? High school, right? All right. So what was that first piece of equipment that you bought in high school that, you know, you thought like, damn, I'm in the game now. I'm in the game. I'm a Mark Aldridge.
I cannot remember the model number, but it was a Clarion tape deck with a fold-out screen. And this tape deck not only led me to loving Clarion, but it led me to rejecting CDs because you're not on my team. I invested $300 in this tape player.
Oh yeah.
Now I have to justify this. CDs skip. I'm not going to do CDs. They skip, bro. So I've got this tape player, and it's way better than the CD. So I was on that tip for about 2 or 3 years.
What did the remote look like? Was it a really big remote?
No, it wasn't the one you're thinking about with the joystick.
No.
You're thinking?
No,
it was before
there was one that they had this really big, goofy remote for. It looked like a spaceship. It was gigantic.
No, this was like a regular size, kind of like the size of a Roku remote.
Okay, all right, yeah, okay. But the face motorized out.
Yeah, and you could put the tape in.
Yeah, okay. So
you're done
like this. Yeah. Oh, okay. Yep. Okay. Yep. The ribbon cable.
That was one, and that was the business. I got the mids. I think it was 4x6, which Clarion had at that point had the separate 4-inch in the tweet and the 4x6.
Yeah, it was the 4 on the plate. Yeah.
And then I had the components in front. All run off the head unit now. But there was no money for an amp to power those.
Did you ever get the CD changer for it?
No, because at that point I finally realized what am I doing with these stupid tapes, man? I gotta get out of this.
Dude, Clarion was the first manufacturer that we did over $100,000 in business in. And that was kind of we've arrived, and that really set the stage for my owner to finally wake up and take, we were taking it serious. But to do over $100,000 in business in one brand back in the 90s, it was wow. And then it literally would octave up from there. So it was just 100 led to 2, 2 led to 4, 4 led to 8. Next thing you know, you're doing $500,000 in business, and it's just holy crap, it's just, snowballed so fast. But Clarion, we lost the line because of Alpha Touch. That was their little joystick remote that they had on the face of the radio. It was a design flaw, and they would all break. And so we said, listen, we can't sell these. We're having a 50% return rate on these. So we love the speakers. They had the Pro Audio speakers at the time. They were called Pro Audio, not what Pro Audio is now.
Purple cone ones?
The purple cone ones.
Oh God, those were the
those things
speakers
sounded amazing. Oh my God.
Those I want a pair of those now. As a matter of fact, I was looking on eBay for a pair of them because those things are freaking dope, man.
But the spiders are probably collapsed and the whole thing's gone. But no, dude, we love those. We sold dude, and purple was the shit back then. Everyone, purple you could sell. It's dude, we got these dude, you got purple speakers? Because back then, Stinger was pink and green and purple, and you could get purple power wire back then. Remember purple power wire?
Yeah, so purple people power wire.
Yes, that. Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Grimace. So okay, so
purple.
Yes, I'm looking. I don't know. That's more of a no. All right, so you had a Clarion. You had some Clarion speakers. Did you get a sub or no sub?
I had a Planet Audio. It was not the Vector, but before then. Okay. And I don't know who made this one, but it was actually a very, very nice subwoofer. And I think it might have been an M-inch driver. But I had that
totally possible.
But I had that powered off a Sony ES. It was the XM ES 3002 300 watt ES.
Okay. Yeah, because Fane, Gauss, Eminence, EV, those were all the companies that were making the big woofers back in the day for everyone else and just putting their dust caps on them. Orions were I think Orions were either Fane or Gauss. So that's cool. So that's not a bad system. That's a pretty nice system there.
That was my first real system. Before then I had I've had some nice guys. I had the
we're still talking high
power
school.
Class.
No, we're still talking high school. We're still talking budget.
That's the problem. In high school, I discovered eBay. So I'd go around to yard sales, stuff, pick stuff up, sell it. I had to pay my eBay fees by mailing in a check, which I hardly ever did. But they let me keep selling. And there was cash on delivery back in these days.
Yeah.
I was doing that and then working as a dishwasher at a local restaurant. So I was doing pretty good. So I actually had a lot of really nice gear. Just off the jump, I had a power class. I think it was the 2100, like the 400 watt amp. So
yeah,
had some nice stuff.
We didn't have the internet when I started. Yeah. eBay didn't exist back then.
And I was selling it. I didn't even have a regular computer. I was using a freaking Microsoft Web TV.
Oh yeah,
that's how I was using eBay.
Oh, that's sweet. Damn, that's funny. I bought a Dell, dude.
Yeah,
went to the mall. Hooked me up with a Dell.
Dude, you got a Dell.
Yeah, totally. That's why I bought it. And then I immediately found out that what Apple was, and I was like, why did I buy this? So like, I think we rocked the Dell for about 1.5 years, and then I bought an Apple, and then I bought another Apple, and then I bought another Apple, and then next thing you know, I got like Apple. I got a whole goddamn orchard
laying around.
I saw that. Yeah, I saw that last night. I was like, I still have all mine. There's actually 2 sitting right here. There's an original 17-inch G4 or 5 processor from Motorola, and then a bigger.
Well, they all look the same. I mean, this could literally be from 2009 to now.
They were a lot thicker.
Yeah.
So that's a G5 processor. So that was the last of the Motorola processors.
Yeah.
Okay, so throwback time. So my first amp that I thought I arrived at was this guy right here.
Oh, is that a Sherwood?
This is a Sherwood BP, baby.
Dude.
240. This was it. This was the amp. I bought this one and I bought the 180. And I had these attached to the box, matching amplifiers. This was on the sub. The other one was on the highs. And this was the amp. This was the guy. I had some crap before that, but when I got this is like, smell that.
Did they sell those at Radio Shack?
I
can't remember where.
I got mine from my future employer.
David Moreau with the Eclipse. Oh man, yeah, had to have the
Alpine. You weren't cool. Alpine, bro. It was so I bought. Okay, so the extent that I went is my first CD player was an Alpine 7909, right? I think that was the thing, and I had to finance it. Okay, I went into debt. That's how I was still in high school. Went into debt to buy a freaking Alpine pullout because it was $1,000, and it had
that's still like this
no power, 6-channel or 4 pre-outs. I think it was 4 pre-outs. Green.
Yeah, it was a deadhead copper chassis.
Did nothing. It's a
piece of art, though.
Yes,
it's a piece of art.
Sure. There again. Okay, so I bought that. I bought those. Okay. And I thought I was the shit. And I was like, dude, I got matching amps. This is so cool. I traded both of those in and still had to pay to get my Orion 280GX. Okay. Yeah. But it was
did you have the 7909 with those amps?
No. Oh,
I was thinking like, dude.
No.
All right.
Maybe not. Yeah, I may have. I don't know. The thing is so long ago. It's like a lifetime, like your lifetime. Yeah. No, but the thing is I bought those and I rock those, and that's where I learned about quality, spending money. I wasn't there yet. I wasn't there yet because I still spent a lot of money on stupid shit. But what I eventually got to was a mindset of buy it once, buy it right the first time, and don't dick around. I love when people buy things and then they want to buy a new thing 6 months later because it's like we make a ton of money off of that. But I don't like people doing that. I like people buying the thing they really want the first time and being patient enough to get it. But no one ever is. And that's why these exist for $150, because for $150 you can do the same thing I did back in the early or the late 80s. Buy this and you're like, bro, I got 240 watts. Look at this. I mean, this is a 5K by today's standards, but I mean, yeah, I'm killing it, not knowing a damn thing. And like there was no Facebook to go on and ask a million people if I was doing the right thing. You just did it. And it was like, you know, these got to be good, right?
Yeah, salesman said they're excellent.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know, and eventually you find out they're not. But that was, you know, that was the start of like, just get a stereo in the car. And I feel that's something we all had to do in order to get where we are now. Like watching the show, you started somewhere and you've gone from there. Like you've learned other things, and you know, you still might like Kicker, or you still might like Rockford, and you still might like X brand. Like I still love Orion, but the new Orion ain't the same thing. So it's like, it's not even worth my time. In the sense that what they make now is not
geared towards you. Yeah.
It's not my speed. It's still the product. It's still cool. It's just not what I'm doing in car audio. So I really don't have, I'm disappointed by that, because if they had a sound quality product or a product that was more my speed, then I would be all over it, just out of nostalgic, but it's not. So there's nothing wrong with it. Let's just get that clear. There's nothing wrong with it. It's just currently not what I'm doing in car audio. So
we're going into the Seinfeld thing. Not that there's anything wrong with that.
It's an offhanded comment. No. But so that was the thing. I wanted to have us take a trip back and figure out, like, you know, where we were then. So, you know, you were a whore, basically. You were a Big Daddy pimp, and you were like, you were slinging some you know, crack on eBay, but then you got out of it. What made you get out of it?
Out of selling on eBay?
No, just out of car audio.
Kids.
Kids did it? Damn kids.
Yeah, having kids. You know, my daughter was born in 2002. So that put the kibosh, like, at that point, there's no car audio money to be had for the first 10, 12 years. You know, once they're about 10 years old and I kind of got them, they're doing their own thing. Like, then I start to drift back into car audio at that point, around 2012, I guess.
So let me ask you this: while you were gone, did you ever think about it? Or
all the time.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, I was actually big time into headphones at that point.
Okay.
Because that's something I could do without bothering everybody else.
Correct.
I could get on my laptop, get on my computer, whatever, and be jamming out to music that way.
That makes sense. So it was more of it was just like life got in the way, which there again, talking with a lot of our customers and a lot of people on our show, that's life gets in the way. And thanks to YouTube, and now their kids are like, Dad, watch this. A lot of the older guys that I talked to, like, yeah, my kids turned me on to the show. They were like, because they were all, basically what happens is the kids watching YouTube and the parents come in all pissed off because they're watching YouTube, and they're like, the kids are smart enough to go, hey, well, what do you like, Dad? You know, and they're like, I liked car stereo before you kids ruined my life. And so they'll type in car stereo, and then they'll start watching the stuff, and they're like, this stuff is still around? Oh, crap. You know, and then they realize how much they missed it and how bad their car sounded. And then they start telling, when I was in high school or when I was in college or when I was younger. And that takes us to now money. Now money.
Post-Basum depression. Nice.
So, because when you're young buying this, you're dreaming of a Helix, of an Audison, of that monster DSP. You're settling for this, which I hate, but hey, it's what it is. And we're gonna give this away. So stay tuned to the end, and everyone's getting an opportunity to win it. But we're gonna explain. Not everyone should win it. So let's leave it at that. So now you got real person money. You got grown up money, which is the dream. What was the first piece of grown-up equipment that you bought? And I only say grown-up equipment because now it's like I have a house.
Yeah.
I got real money. I have a job. $500 is $500, but I'm not like,
It's not like you're gonna. I don't have to save up for 6 months to have the $500 to spend on it.
Right. What's the first?
I could spend the $500. My wife might be like, What the hell are you doing?
Yeah, and you just go, bitch, please.
And then you're just like, well, it already happened, so I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think which one. It might have been actually old school stuff that I bought.
Nostalgic. Totally makes sense. Yeah,
like cheater amps. Dude, I had a major problem with cheater amps. I bought it started with the Kicker XS50. Then I bought a Crossfire 30HC. I brought a Crossfire CFA 1000D. I bought an Earthquake 40 UHC. Oh, okay. There you go. I bought 3 Orion 225Rs. I bought a Planet Audio P 225HC.
Jesus Christ.
There's more. There's more.
I'm sure there is.
That I'd bought, but I can't remember everything.
See, now you've done this way farther than I would ever do it, because I have to deal with it every day. So it's like, for me, the shit just comes through and it's just like, I played with that. I played with that. I touched that. It isn't until now that I look back and go, I would have really liked to have one of those. That would have probably been a good idea to.
Yeah,
but you just get tired of it. It's like it's like, you're just like, the last thing you want to do when you come home is cook if you're a chef. I mean, maybe, I don't know, I'm not a chef, but the last thing I want to do when I come home is let's put a car stereo in tonight. Why don't you go kill yourself?
Yeah.
Why don't we don't say you did? My current dream app is the PG Zen 9. See, and there you go. One person's dream app is another person's sits in the room and looks cool. Yeah.
Yes, it was an addiction, I would say. I definitely don't do it anymore.
It's funny,
it's hard.
too.
We have an excuse through YouTube. Like, I buy a lot of junk. I buy a lot of junk because people want to see this stuff tested.
Yes.
And I've got an excuse because I got a YouTube channel. But I'm often just left with this stuff and I don't want to ship it. And it's an excuse.
I mean, I'm not going to sit here and tell you that I don't collect useless shit. I mean, but that's the trade-off, though. So, like, for me, I deal with that every day of the week. So actually wanting, like, I would never dream of owning a piece of car stereo equipment, because to me, it's just a tool. It's just a tool to get a paycheck at the end of the week. So it wasn't anything I was ever interested in collecting, because I didn't care. I didn't care to do it. It was like, I put it in every day. It's like, how does that sound? I don't know. I heard it 2 days ago. I've done 3 things since then. They sounded good, I think, and now, yes, Aaron, I do. Now it's like, now I sit back and I go, damn it. Like, that would have been cool. It would have been cool to have.
Well, and that's the thing that got me with, like, the old stuff. Now I don't use it. I could use it with no compromise, because it's either too big, it's too inefficient. There's always something. So now I almost only use new equipment.
Well, I would never use old equipment. Like, even if I had the opportunity, I don't want to, because it's like, to me, the value is in the memory.
Right?
The value is in the memory. All right, so old school junkie. At some point, you realized, I need to get with the now.
Yeah.
What was I need to get with the now? What was that first? I need to get with the now. Like, you've wasted all this money. Your wife is looking at you like you're on crack. I know the expression.
Yeah. Exactly.
And if you can see the rest of the room.
That was an early purchase. It was the Pioneer 80 PRS, actually. That was a 2012 purchase. I bought it the year it came out. It was the new hotness. And so I bought that, and then I bought the XS50 first, but I would say current day, maybe it was the Moscone AS 100.4.
Okay.
Amp,
I was kind of thinking that's what it would be, because that's a big boy amplifier right there. I mean, if any of the stuff you've ever owned says yeah.
Yeah, look at this.
That's the one. That's the product right there. I mean, that's when you go, Moscone. I'm sorry. I was something in my throat. Clayton. It's like,
Yeah. It's more than you can afford, pal.
Exactly.
Fast and Furious.
Yeah. So, talking about kids, and like, before Haley was born, and actually before I got married, last night when you guys were talking about working and minimum wage and all that stuff, and I said, I wasn't kidding when I said, like, the first 6 months I worked for Car Stereo. Like, I didn't need my job as a car stereo guy. I had another job working for Procter & Gamble, so I had 2 3 jobs, and I was going to school, and all that shit was going on, going to college and whatnot. So I didn't need the car stereo job. The car stereo job literally was just, it fell in my lap, and I was like, I could talk to people, I could sell them stuff, and I could make money. And like at the end of the 2 weeks, he's like, all right, well, you've made this much money. And I was like,
how much can I get that for? How much can I get that amp for?
I was like, can I just buy car stereo equipment? He goes, yeah, you do whatever you want. You buy it at cost.
Yeah.
Say it one more time.
Give me all the Orion stuff.
Oh, dude, I had 3 222 SXs. I had all right, hold on. Yeah, 3 222 SXs, a 250 SX, and the 2125 SX. I bought 2 pairs of Morel tweeters, big fuckers, because back then they were like the size of softball. They look like horn tweeters now. They were actually a dome horn tweeter. They sounded amazing. Yeah. 2 pairs of tweeters, 1 pair of the 6.5-inch dome mid-range, and then 2 pairs of the 6.5-inch mid-bass, and then a pair of 6.5-inch Integras, 4 Audex tweeters to go across in the air vents, and like we talked about.
Yeah, the cool setup.
Yeah, the 200 CRX, the 300 CRX, and an XTR10, MBR 70 and a battery, a whole bunch of freaking neon, a bunch of acrylic, and some form of a Clarion head unit is all I know. And that was my first, like, I worked for 6 months to pay for this system, and built custom door panels. Obviously, it was a 1980 Renault Encore. Look that one up.
Oh, you were fancy. You were a fancy boy.
No idea what it was. It just looked cool on the lot, and I needed a car, and I was like, I like the one that one looks like. It had rims, it was red, it had a spoiler in the back and a sunroof. It was the biggest piece of shit ever. Cost me a fortune because the air conditioner never worked, and no one knew how to work on it because it was French. Loaded that thing down. Like, that car had so many systems in it. Like, that was the last system that was in the car. But before that, I mean, that was the car I learned car audio on. Like, I learned how to build boxes. I learned how to build door panels. I learned how to install radios. I learned how to mount tweeters. I learned how to stretch vinyl, carpet, how to pull panels apart, how to run wires. I mean, that car was the bastard of everything that I've learned from then till now. I learned how to put speakers in the front, what front stage meant. And, you know, because it didn't have any speakers in the door. It had like 3.5s up on the top of the dash, and I cut 6.5s into the door. And when I did that, I cut the window regulators because I was like, there's nothing behind there.
Yeah.
What the heck? Oh, man. I learned how to fix things, you know? So that was the school of car audio. Everyone asked, how did you learn this? I learned it on a Renault. Every part of that car was tore apart and rebuilt and custom at some point throughout its life.
I thought you had to put the French accent every time you said it, no matter if you're American or not, Dan.
Renault.
Yeah.
Renault.
Yeah, just got to have a little more to it, I think.
Renault Encore.
Yes.
It's the Encore. It's the Renault Encore. Yeah. Don't be stupid. That was not really French. But anyways, so that car got that was it. That last system that went into that car was like, oh my gosh. And then tragedy struck. It was the last straw with that. The last straw. The CV joints went on in that car one morning on my way to work, and I needed a new car because when I was working for Procter & Gamble, I had to drive everywhere. So it's like I legit needed a new car like now. So it was like, I need money. I had $1,000, and that was going to be like I needed way more to fix it. I was already like so upside down in this thing. It wasn't even funny. So I pulled the whole stereo out of the car, sold as much of it as I could. And literally it was only done for like 2 or 3 months. It was so sad. And it was the best stereo ever. And fuck, you know? And I bought the Mitsubishi Eclipse. So I bought a 1993 base model Mitsubishi Eclipse base model. Like, walked in with $1,000. Yep. Walked in with no money. I said, I got $1,000. You got a white one with freaking hubcaps. Okay, you got one with no hubcaps. That's even better.
Those things were tanks, though, man. We had the Eagle Talon TS.
Yeah, the fast one.
Yeah,
with the turbo.
I mean, relatively fast.
Okay.
Now it could be smoked. It could be smoked by like a Toyota Camry with the base engine in it nowadays.
Well, yeah, but I mean, back then, come on. I mean, I had the 4-cylinder force. Dude, it was, trust me, this car was the basics of basic, man. It was like, what a piece of shit.
Stereo system sounded awesome in those cars.
Oh, let me tell you what, when I got done with this car, because there again, made custom door panels. People go, oh, you don't fab. I fabbed for years. That's why I don't fab anymore, because I'm tired of it. I'm tired of sawdust and glue. I don't like the smell.
You passed that stage.
Yes. I have no problem with people doing it. I just don't want to do it anymore. And I know
my wife drove that car, and I had it was a Rockford Fosgate Punch DVC 12 and a ported enclosure, a Phoenix Gold ZX 275, I believe, and I can't remember what we had for the front stage, but it sounded pretty good.
Wow. All right. Let's talk about giving this away.
Yeah, talk about it.
Because we want to give this away to somebody that needs a DSP. Okay, so this is the 4 to 8. This is an invoice that just fell here. So here's the invoice. I called and ordered it last weekend. So we want this to go to somebody that needs their first DSP. So I know a lot of you guys over here. It's like you're well past what this is going to give you. Okay, we want this to go to somebody that is thinking about a DSP. They're doing that first system, whatever the heartbreak story is.
Yeah,
tell us why you need a DSP. Okay, you don't have to tell us yet. Wait, put in the comments. Okay, and we're gonna give you the whole week, and then next Thursday, we're gonna tell you who won it. All right. So if you're watching this, the rebroadcast, put in the comments why you need this DSP, why this will make your system better. Let us know, and then one of you guys is going to win this. So make sure you comment, though, because I'm going to tell you right now, all you guys are lazy. So I can tell you, we're probably only get like 5 or 10 guys. If we're lucky, they're going to be like, this is why I need this DSP in my life. And so it won't be hard work for us. It's going to somebody. I do not want this at all. I mean, trust me. Fernando's like, you did what? I was like, why? He goes, why did you do that? I said, because, somebody out there has this first amplifier of theirs, and they're building that system like that kid was. He's got Dayton speakers, a D'Amore sub amplifier, and he's buying this, and he's building that first system, and he's doing it on like high school first job budget. And so I want to give this to somebody that will benefit from this and make their system sound better, so that as time goes on, just like we told you about, you can have that better system. Today might just be Dayton DSP and some Planet Audio amplifiers or whatever it is you got. And tomorrow you might be rocking the Moscone. Right. Who knows where life will take you.
I had the person that I recommend the Dayton to is the person that's going to pay these high markup prices on an 80 PRS. Because now that they're not being made, they're being sold for like $300 or $400 online. And so don't buy that. Buy a $150 Kenwood Pioneer, whatever one you want to get, and buy the Dayton, and that's your $300, and you'll be way better. You'll be way better off.
DSR one $269.
Is that what it costs?
$269.
That's one DSP I haven't touched at all. Ever.
Well, if they ever come back in, I'll have iData send us one. I'll send it out to you. Right now, they're the dodo birds, like everything else in car audio.
Yeah.
No, the DSR one is $269, and it is a smoking DSP that for $120 more than this will make it bleed. Will make it bleed. Like, it's professional DSP. There again, I know whatever you take away from this, it's fine. I want somebody to have my first DSP, and for the love of car audio, have the ability to go in and find out. Like, if you never know, they might turn into the next,
Jeff Smith,
Brian Mitchell, or Jeff Smith, or something like that, and
Mark Eldridge.
Or Mark Eldridge, exactly. That's what I was actually. So, you have to start somewhere, and we all did. So if this will help you get to where you want to be in car audio, because, and I've said it before, I don't care what equipment you have, as long as you have equipment and you're into car audio. That's all that matters. Okay. Yeah. We're all brothers of car audio. It doesn't matter what language you speak, what country you're in, none of what affiliation or whatever organization you have, doesn't matter. We all speak car audio. Okay, whether you have a $100,000 custom car system or you have a $1,000 baller on a budget system, it's still a system. It's still car audio. You're still proud of it as well as you should be. And there's no takeaway from that. Whatever anybody says, myself included. So, that's the takeaway.
When we're like, we razz on people.
Always.
Like buddies would do, you're not on my team, so you suck.
A lot of people take it that way though, because they don't know how to read the situation. Like they don't know.
Remember when I wished for sarcasm to come back in 2021?
Yeah, it hasn't.
It hasn't happened yet, but I still hope it does, because we've got a lot of sarcasm that I want to put out there.
This shows circle sarcasm, and we have to be mild with it because, dude, if you've noticed, anytime I've said something too sarcastic, somebody's putting a post up about it, and I got to apologize for it and be like, listen, everyone just dial it back. It's okay. We were kidding.
Yeah.
It was
like, I'm actually a really nice guy.
No, I'm not, but I mean... Not at all.
I was talking about myself.
You? Yeah, me? No. They'll be like, that guy's a dick. Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I met him in person. He was a jerk. It was 9 o'clock in the morning. Of course I was a jerk. I literally just walked into this. I had somebody tell me that. It was kind of funny. I was like, he goes, but I figured it was early in the morning. I said, you figured right.
Yeah. Do you drink coffee?
No.
No, me neither. So I'm always grouchy in the morning, so...
I'm not always grouchy in the morning. I just the first person I have to see is Paul in the morning. It's like I'm just not ready for him in the morning.
That's how it is at work. I've been working with these guys for like almost 20 years now, so they already know. Like basically, I'm not going to talk till first break. I'm just going to come in. I'm going to do what I need to do, and then at first break, I start to kind of wake up, and then I can talk at that point.
Yeah, I don't want to talk to anybody when I first get there, and it's like everybody knows this, but they still make me do it, and it's like I'm not ready for it, and it's like they just walk me into it, and it's just like I don't know what the hell is going on. Like, hey, we have this, and it's like, can we just start from the beginning? Okay, what do we have? What are we doing? Who talked to him? Who sold him the system? Fill me in on what the hell's going on so I can go face whatever it is that's in front of me, and it's like, I'm just not ready for it, man. I'm not ready for,
yeah.
You've had your coffee.
Yeah. That's my wife. My wife is a wonderful, wonderful human being. I love her to death, but she's had a lot of extra days off because COVID and stuff. So she's definitely not watching. So, but when I come home and she's been home at work, I need to hear everything. Like, she hasn't talked to anybody no day. The kids stay in their rooms.
Oh, so yeah.
We got 2 18-year-olds here now, so we basically live by ourselves. So it's just like a Uzi. She's just spraying me with the comments.
Luckily for me, Sue's worked from home now for probably 5 or 6 years, I think.
Yeah.
So she's got her whole routine down, and it doesn't involve telling me about it because, for one, trying to figure out what she does. For all I know, she works for the government and she supports spy rings in Afghanistan. I have no idea what she does. It's just she works for CBS. We'll just say that. But, I don't know what it entails. It's so out of my scope of reality. It's like,
that's exactly the situation. Yeah.
And to her, I go, "You want to know what I do? Let me introduce you to this YouTube channel. it's all right here, start to finish."
Yeah. Oh, she'll be in. My wife works at the courthouse as a clerk, so she's in every single hearing for criminal. So she knows she knows about real life stuff. Yeah. I know about nonsense and a little bit of hard
nonsense. Work. My life is the nonsense is hard enough. Reality sucks. Yeah, it's not good. All right, guys. Well, that is the show. Thank you all for tuning in and playing along with us. We promise to be back to more sarcastic and less car stereo next week. This was almost a little bit too real. Oh, gosh.
Oh, no.
I know.
We're done for.
Yeah. Okay. So remember, let us know in the comments why you need this DSP. Yeah. You have all week. Next Thursday, we'll tell you who won it. I'll ship it out to them, and that'll be that. That'll be all good.
And if it's a sob story, we're gonna just razz you to death.
But we'll probably still give it to you. Oh, I mean, honestly, the best story wins. I'm not gonna lie. The best. Yeah. You know, if you, I want it. Next. You know. Oh, hey, and as you guys know, I'm into giving stuff away. I mean,
yeah. I mean, he had the 41 days of Christmas giveaway.
We had the 41 day and 41,000.
Yes. Speaking of giveaways, this guy he likes to give the heavy winks and do the giveaways and drink twisted teas.
Good times. Good times. All right, guys.
All right.
We'll see y'all next week. You'll probably see him in, I don't know, another 24 hours. You got a show tomorrow?
No, I don't. Not till Monday.
Oh,
we're all good in the hood. Yeah.
4 days of Hi-Fi-Vega.
Yeah.
All right. What do you got coming on? You got anything else coming on this week?
No. I'm going to try to do an SQology kind of little quick video.
Okay.
Show you guys what's going on down there.
Oh, that'd be cool. That'd be
fun.
We have an amp review tomorrow.
Oh, what? What?
Yeah. It's special as hell. Let's just leave it at that. And it's freaking cool. At least I think so. And what I think, you know, is all that matters, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah.
I kid. It was a joke. That was sarcasm. But no, we have an amp review tomorrow. I'm really excited about it. This one is like, so pretty cool. We're not doing any.
What about the boring life?
The boring life is probably going to be back next week, not this week. Because I tell you right now, everyone got their COVID shot on Friday or Saturday, and Sunday, Haley was up for about 2 hours. It hit her like a ton of bricks. Like
I've heard that, yeah.
She slept all day Sunday, and she's finally just now getting back to some semblance of normalcy. Sue has been sick all week, probably not from COVID. I don't think it had anything to do with that. The kid she's taking care of just finally started going back to. They're just finally going to daycare, so he's getting all those. You remember the daycare?
Yeah, kids are just germs. They're germs. Just walking around germs. That's all.
And so I think she got like a sinus infection or something from that. So I was kind of groggy all day Sunday. So I was like, "What are we gonna do today? Watch Doom Patrol all day? Okay, go."
Watch the Snyder Cut again. I did watch Wolf of Wall Street. We could talk about it next week. I'll rewatched it again.
I haven't seen it once yet.
Dude, are you serious? Watch it. That's homework, man. You gotta watch it. All right.
We'll see you guys next week.
All right. See ya.